there, it's Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com, that lady on the internet who loves you, connecting you to the love that heals because I love you. And I've told you before the importance of speaking up. Talked about it. I have shared pictures of me with tape over my mouth when I could not speak up for myself, and how that was connected to something that happened in my life. But I was reading this book, The Body Keeps the Score, again by Bessel and Kolk, and I have to share something with you that's in it. Because sometimes we need another source to help us understand, to validate. We have to hear it sometimes many times before we get it, before we'll listen, before we'll take action. And is the silence killing you? Is what I'm calling this. Is the silence killing you? When I didn't speak up for myself, it was affecting me. And learning to speak up for ourselves and learning to love ourselves and learning to speak up for others, it is powerful. But I got to share with you, I'm going to read just a little section out of this book. Breaking the Silence is the little section in the chapter on language, miracles, and tyranny. Breaking the silence. Activists in the early campaigns for AIDS awareness created a powerful slogan: silence equals death. Sounds pretty intense, right? Well, sometimes we need a little bit of a snap to get us our attention. Sometimes it's a little intense and we pull back, but so I'm pausing here just in case that kind of shook you for a second, to take a breath. Keep listening, please. This is so important. Silence about trauma also leads to death. I have said this, that trauma kills people. I've said this, and to find this in this book again, I had to share it with you. The death of the soul is what he says. Silence reinforces the God-forsaken isolation of trauma. Being able to say aloud to another human being, I was raped, or I was battered by my husband, or my parents called it discipline, but it was abuse, or I'm not making it since I got back from Iraq, is a sign that healing can begin. That's part of my quote. Trauma is personal. When you enter the pain and you hear the screams, then healing can begin. That's what he's saying. We have to voice it. We have to see it. We have to hear it. We have to acknowledge it as truth. He goes on to say, explaining why we hold back, why we don't do that. We may think we can control our grief, our terror, or our shame by remaining silent, but naming offers the possibility of a different kind of control. When Adam was put in charge of the animal kingdom in the book of Genesis, his first act was to give a name to every living creature. If you've been hurt, you need to acknowledge and name what happened to you. I've been saying that. You need to call it what it is. And he goes on to say, I know that from personal experience. As long as I had no place where I could let myself know what it was like when my father locked me in the cellar of our house for various 3-year-old offenses. Wow. I was chronically preoccupied with being exiled and abandoned. Only when I could talk about how that little boy felt, only when I could forgive him for having been as scared and submissive as he was, did I start to enjoy the pleasure of my own company. Feeling listened to and understood changes our physiology. Being able to articulate a complex feeling and having our feelings recognized lights up our limbic brain. Maybe you don't know what that is, and that's fine. You don't need to know what it is, but it's part of your brain. And it creates an aha moment. In contrast, being met by silence and incomprehension kills the spirit. Or as John Bowlby so memorably put it, this is really powerful. What cannot be spoken to the mother cannot be told to the self. If you hide from yourself the fact that your uncle molested you when you were young, you are vulnerable to react to triggers, like an animal in a thunderstorm, with a full body response to the hormones that signal danger, danger. Without language and context, your awareness may be limited to, I'm scared. Yet determined to stay in control, you're likely to avoid anybody or anything that reminds you of even vaguely of your trauma. You may also alternate between being inhibited and being uptight, or reactive and explosive, all without knowing why. This is what hiding does. This is what staying silent does. As long as you keep secrets and suppress information, you are fundamentally at war with yourself. I've been saying this. Hiding your core feelings takes an enormous amount of energy. It saps your motivation to pursue worthwhile goals, and it leaves you feeling bored and shut down. Meanwhile, stress hormones keep flooding your body, leading to headaches, muscle aches, problems with your bowels or sexual functions, and irrational behaviors that may embarrass you and hurt the people around you. Only after you identify the source of these responses can you start using your feelings as signals of problems that require your urgent attention. Ignoring your inner reality also eats away at your sense of self, identity, and purpose. The critical issue is allowing yourself to know what you know. Breaking the Silence in The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel Kolk, MD. It's not an easy read, so I can't even say you should go pick it up. If you want to, go ahead. That's great. It's hard to read. It's got a lot of real specific things, but it is so powerful. And so I want to share little bits with you because we can take in little bits at a time. I want to break it down and simplify things for you so that you can take action. And so I want to reach out to you. Is the silence killing you? Are you being silent? Are you not letting your inner reality be validated? I want to offer you a safe way for you to find out. Maybe you don't know. Am I really keeping it silent? Maybe you do know, and you're still keeping it silent. Either way, I have an offer for you to do something about it. On my website, I have a course, Heal Your Childhood Self. It is a gentle way to take you through your life, to identify the truth, and to get the help to find the truth, to validate the truth, to bring it out in the light so that the light and so love can heal your heart. And you can do coaching with it at the same time if you want, or you do it in the privacy of your own home, whatever makes you feel safest, because that's where we heal. We must have safety to heal, but we need relationship also. So get relationship where that is safe. If that's me, maybe you'll go halfway through the course and then decide that, yeah, I do want some help with this, but I want to help you heal. This course is designed in the same way that I went through my healing, gently, systematically, graciously, lovingly, and little by little. I mean, it's designed to be over 12 weeks, but some people are impatient and they do a lot. Whatever serves you. Do what serves you, because I want you to get what you need, because I love you. I am that lady on the internet who loves you. And so until next time, I love you.